Today we learn about the principles of pranic healing. As you can see, there are various principles of pranic healing. So we are going to start one by one. So the first one is the principle of life force. Now, for a physical body to exist, for us to exist, we need life force. Life force is nothing but the energy or chi, what we have been learning all throughout. So, for our physical form to survive, we need life force or energy. So, that is the first principle. Second principle is the principle of pervasiveness. Now, what is it? For as we know that us, like our physical body, we are surrounded by energy. We are surrounded by the sea of energy. And this energy is pervasive. Okay, so it is going inside our physical body. But we are surrounded by this sea of energy. So, the main principle of pranic healing is drawing in this energy and putting the energy for good use to help and heal others. So, this pranic energy is being taken from the surroundings. So, that is called as the principle of pervasiveness. Third principle is the principle of diseased energy. So, as the name states, just as our physical body gets diseases, our energy body also gets diseases. So, because our energy body is getting diseased, our physical body is also getting diseased. So, it is very important for us as healers to cleanse and energize, cleanse the diseased energy, and then energize with good prana. Next thing is the principle of transmittability. So, what is it? The life force or this vital energy, it can be transmitted from one person to the other. Okay, so that's how we are doing all our healings. A healer is projecting the prana to the person who requires healing. So, that is called as the law of transmittability. Next principle is the principle of contamination. Okay, so as you know, like we are transmitting the energy, the diseased energy can also be transmitted. Okay, so us as healers, we can also get contaminated by the diseased energy by doing healings. So it is very important for us to flick our hands while cleansing and energizing. I'm going to tell you in this in the coming videos how to flick our hands properly. Okay, so flicking our hands properly is going to prevent us from getting contaminated with the diseased energy. Next principle is the principle of controllability. So this life force can be controlled. So what we are doing is we are basically controlling this life force to go into that particular person and heal the person. So that is the basis of the principle of controllability. Next is the principle of cleansing and energizing. That is the basic of pranic healing, where we are cleansing the dirty disease energy and we are energizing with vital prana or the white prana in the basic level. In the level 1 healing, we use only white prana for energizing. So we are cleansing the area and we are energizing with white prana. Next is the principle of radical reaction. Now, what happens in radical reaction if we don't cleanse the aura, if we don't cleanse the chakras or the particular organ properly, and without cleansing, if we energize it, it causes a radical reaction. Now, what happens exactly is the symptoms of the person whom we are healing increases. Okay, over a certain time it reduces, but at that moment the symptoms increases, and then the patient might feel uncomfortable. So to avoid a radical reaction, you should do proper cleansing followed by energizing. Next principle is the principle of stabilizing. After energizing, we stabilize, we paint that particular area that we have energized by light whitish blue prana, and we paint that area. Okay, so this has also is going to be demonstrated later on. So that is called as the principle of stabilizing. Next is principle of releasing. After we are done healing, we have to disconnect with the person we are healing. Okay, otherwise we are going to carry their energy, we might carry their diseases, and we don't want that. So all we need to say is, we just have to, from the crown till your sex chakra, you just say cut, cut, cut. Okay, so you cut from that particular person's energy. So this is called as the principle of releasing. Next is principle of correspondence. So what is principle of correspondence? It means that our energy body tends to affect our physical body. So if any disease is there in our energy body, that will get manifested in our physical body, and vice versa. If anything happens in our physical body, our energy body also gets affected. Next is the principle of interconnectedness. Now, we are all coming from one. We are all coming from the divine. We are all coming from God or Almighty or the universe, whatever you like to call it. So, we are all from the one. Okay. So, we are all connected. That's how we are doing the healings, because if we are connecting to that energy, if that particular person, we will automatically get connected, because we are coming from the one and only. So that is the principle of interconnectedness. And last one is the principle of directability. So what it states is, life force can be directed. So in pranic healing, we are directing the energy to go into that particular person, right? We are focusing our attention and our intention to the particular person, and thereby that person is receiving the prana we are projecting. Okay, so that is the principle of directability. Okay, so the pranic healing is based on these principles, and as we move forward, you will be able to understand better.